getting such a late evening time. I know you've probably been busy,
Yeah,
tired, but
no problem. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Well, since it's been such a long day, I'm sure there's been so many good things you've been able to get to. So what's been the best part, even if it was lunch or something?
Probably a team activity. We had a department activity right after lunch where we got a couple teams together to help kind of encourage collaboration and stuff. And so that was really good, connecting with some of the other individuals in different departments.
Okay, that's one you don't usually see those people, or was it nice to connect with some buddies you used to work with, or?
Yeah, we don't see them too often. We try to do a group activity maybe once a quarter or something like that. They're on a different floor and stuff, so we typically communicate with them via
Wow,
email and whatnot on
society's
the.
colliding the floors. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, I think those guys are floor three. No way.
yeah. So that was good. That was a nice part. How
That's
about
good.
you?
Good.
Anything
I
good?
mean, frankly, at this point, I'm just hoping when I go home, it's still standing because after these last 2 days, I don't know, with power going out, I just
I
got internet back
know.
for the first time yesterday for a few hours. So
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully everything is good with that.
we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed. Maybe I'll just go
yeah.
home, keep my eyes closed, say a quick prayer. But
There you go.
that's good. Well, I know it's
Yeah,
late, so I don't want to really waste any of your time. Do you just want to get right into it?
yeah. That's fine.
Okay,
No problem.
excellent. And then do you mind if I take any notes during our
That's
meeting today?
that's fine.
Wonderful. I want to make sure I don't lose anything important.
Yeah.
Righty. So, like I said, I'm from Salesforce, and we're obviously promoting and offering our CRM. So, who or what platform are you guys using right now
For
for your CRM?
we don't have a CRM.
Okay.
What exactly is CRM?
So, customer relation management software. It's
Okay.
really just a all-in-one platform where everything's tied in, so you can keep notes of all your records with customers. You have all their data in there. You can
Okay.
track their sales pipeline that you're going through with them. Um,
Interesting.
so, do
Okay.
you guys use any kind of software or database to track that kind of information right now?
Yeah, well, to keep track of all of our sales and all our revenue and all of our activities, we basically have an internal system that's kind of a mix of Excel and some internal documents
Okay.
that we use throughout the company.
Gotcha, gotcha. And then we're here for a reason. Obviously, we connect with you guys and set up this meeting. So, what kind
Yeah.
of problems or issues have you been having with your internal software?
Well, we've been using it a long time, so a lot of people are comfortable with using it. It's kind of hard to pinpoint something too specific. I would say the one thing that stands out is oversight into everything.
Okay.
So there's kind of a lot of barriers in what upper level management can see, and even on an individual contributor level, like what they can see that other people are doing. So having information that's easily accessible and shareable with everyone is kind of difficult. There's a lot of communication back and forth trying to get information from different people. So that's a little bit time consuming.
Okay. That's absolutely understandable. And then I know you said you've been using this platform for a while. How long have you been using it? Do you know off the top of your head?
Oh man, we've been using this really since Excel took off. Before that, I think everything was kind of just pen and paper kind of deal.
Gotcha.
Which really now, even with Excel, it still feels that way. It's just like the pen and paper is now on the computer.
Yeah,
So,
no, that's absolutely understandable. That's how it
yeah,
feels to use it.
yeah.
And then was there a certain point where you guys really decided that it was becoming too much of an issue to have such an outdated system? Or where did that really stem from? Was it maybe slowly, gradually, or?
Yeah, it's mostly been a gradual thing over the last 10 years or so. We just want to be able to have more oversight into the activities and into our sales and potential customers that are out there that we don't have
Yeah.
oversight in. And so over time, we've been really kind of wanting to try to figure out how we can make our approach a little bit more efficient.
Okay, absolutely. Those are all good things. Um, so how is this impacting your department specifically?
Yeah, it's hard to see where any potential new customers may lie. So we don't really have a good lay of the land and what the potential market looks like. As far as current customers, it's difficult for us to be able to see what's currently happening with communication without it, taking some time for us to collect the information, and also getting an idea of kind of how our sales pipeline is flowing. Everything is kind of all over the place, so we don't have a steady stream of information from, day one of prospecting the customer to, years into having a client and making sure they're getting the proper service.
Right. Okay, so you guys do have an established sales pipeline that you just wish you could put into the system?
Yeah, it's more of an idea that we have,
Okay.
on paper. It's just hard to implement.
That's good enough.
That's the
Yeah,
yeah.
with the Salesforce software, we could definitely implement that for you. So I just wanted to see if you guys already had an idea for what your pipeline would look like.
Yeah.
Um, all good things. And
Yeah.
then how is so that's your department. How is it affecting you personally?
It affects me personally because it's time consuming trying to gather information from different people. We also have salespeople who are kind of double calling or reaching out to the same customer, not knowing, which customer has been helped out in which area or what their needs are because they've spoken to a different person in a different department and that salesperson may not have known that. So having to deal with all those little fires that come up and get the communication to be smooth, is a lot of time and costs a lot of resources as well.
Okay, absolutely. Do you find yourself losing potential customers because of double calling or mismanagement of information?
That's a big question. We don't know. We don't know because we really don't have a clear oversight and all that. So that's kind of a question of, um, how many potential customers are we losing? How many current customers are staying with us and, moving on, based off of, just bad communication and stuff like that. It's hard right now to have that oversight. So that's a question that we have as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's one thing I'm really noticing is you're saying lack of oversight,
Yeah.
which is one of the best parts about Salesforce. Because at all levels, you're just able to automatically pull reports. It can even be on your
Mm.
dashboard every morning, 8
Mm.
a.m. You can see
Oh,
everything and
wow.
what everyone's been doing. Um,
Interesting.
so looking to the future,
Yeah.
1 year ahead, you guys have Salesforce or another CRM that you choose to go with. What does that look like for you day to day or operationally or overall?
Yeah, I would really like to have a seamless process where I can see all of our daily sales, all of our quarterly sales, our year to date sales, where we're at according to our plan, and how our efforts are impacting those numbers. Right now, like I said, it's very hard to get a clear picture into what's going on, with all of our salespeople and between them and our clients. It's hard to get a good image, but if I could see all of that information in one place and be able to tie, one activity to an outcome, that would really help a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously, I know you guys have good standing. You're growing,
Mhm.
especially in this region. Um, so a lot of more oversight and being able to track those metrics seems to be, which is
Yes.
definitely something
Yeah.
we'd like to help with. So if the problem isn't overcome, do you feel like your growth would be stagnant, or you'd be able to keep a pretty good trajectory, or
I,
what's
I,
your feel on the matter?
I definitely think our growth, would potentially be stagnant, which, of course, it affects all of our incomes. If we're not growing as a company, we don't have as much of a chance to grow as individuals. Um, Also, with our competitors, we don't know if how efficient their processes are becoming, and so if they become more efficient for management of their sales processes that help out clients more so, we could potentially lose business, and so we could potentially have a negative trajectory going forward if we don't, make a positive change.
Okay. Well, no one wants that,
No,
obviously. So
no.
oh, we're here to help.
Yeah.
That's good. These are all good things to hear because I know we'd be able to help with them all. Um, do you have any platforms that you'd like to be integrated? I know you kind of have an all-in-one system right now. So is there anything you'd like to be able to integrate into the CRM?
Definitely, we want all of our, field sales, people information in the system. That way they can access it all and to have our customer informations in the system and to be able to, document activity between the two within that, as well as between, internal individuals and have all that information kind of documented in there. Um, that would be a great bonus.
Okay. And then it sounds like with your current setup, your sales agents, when they're actually in the field, they don't have access to any of their information. Is that correct?
They have access, but they're not seeing information necessarily in real time, and
Okay.
whenever they do update that information, we're not able to see it in real time, and so we have to
Mm,
wait until they send it over, if they send it over,
I see. Yeah.
and so that can be time consuming, and we could be losing information that way or
Yeah,
just forgetting
absolutely.
about things. Um, and so having all that in one place definitely sounds like it would be better.
Okay, yeah, and then Salesforce, your agents could even get on their phones. They could plug it
Oh,
in right away.
wow.
Would that be
That
the level of accessibility that you're looking for?
that would be great. They're often driving, they're on the road all the time. They have specific geographical areas that they cover, and so they're always on the move. They do have computers that they take with them, but it
Mhm.
definitely would be helpful if they could just like pull out their phone and be able to see some quick information, be able to input some stuff.
Yeah, that's a
That would be
little bulky.
nice.
It sounds like
Yeah,
plug it in, can I get on the Wi-Fi?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, your big laptop, and you're in the car crammed or something in a rush,
A
and
little bit of a burden, I can imagine. So,
yeah, yeah, slows it down a little bit.
okay, well that's really good. Well, back to big picture. Do you guys have a timeline that you're trying to stick with to get a solution for upgrading your platform?
Yeah, and we definitely would like, um, if the right opportunity comes along to be able to have something better going within, 12 months or maybe even 6 months.
Okay, very good. Definitely manageable. Then do you have a budget that you're trying to stick with or that you know of right now?
Not that I know of. I would have to talk to some of leadership and kind of see if this is something that we're interested in as a whole, and then kind of determine what our budget for something like that would be.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then how many people would you be trying to onboard to your CRM?
That would be another issue. There's about 1,500 people overall, whether they're in the field or at the corporate office or maybe
Okay.
in our stores. And we would like them all to be in that system. And so I don't know, that is kind of a concern. Right now, they're so used to using our Excel,
Yeah.
internal system that we have. And they're comfortable with it. A lot of the people have been with the company for a long time and they're kind
Mhm.
of, set in stone in their ways, if you
Yeah.
will.
I know the type.
Um,
Absolutely.
and so it might be difficult for them to change. What would, the process of adapting or changing to a new system like this would
Thankfully,
be?
it's like you say, change is really hard, but sometimes it's very intuitive, and Salesforce software really is.
Yeah.
It's very easy to learn. We have people who are trained in teaching people how to adapt to the software. So really, in a matter of days or weeks, everyone could be. It'd be a very seamless transition. Um, as far as moving forward, what's the decision-making process going to look like for you guys to choose a platform?
Yeah, so I would need to get with our VP of operations, our VP of sales, and a few other directors. So there's probably about five, including myself, that we would need to get together, determine if we want to go forward with this, talk to our financing department,
Okay.
um, and see if that's something we want to do.
Well, I know this works for you this week at this time. Do you know if I could follow up with you and one of those personnel next week, Wednesday at 7 again?
Yeah, that's fine. That'll
Okay,
work.
perfect. Well,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead, put that into my Salesforce calendar.
Okay.
And then if there's anything else that you need in the meantime, I do have a fancy business card here for you.
Oh, thank you. I
So feel free to
appreciate
give me a
that.
call, shoot me an
Okay.
email. Otherwise, I'll show up next time on Wednesday and feel free to show you all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
You have a great
So,
one.
thank you. You too. Take care.